Welcome to Casense.
Let's look at a company called Snackbox. They offer a monthly subscription for healthy office snacks, and right now they are having an incredible month. Tens of thousands of new people are downloading their mobile app and signing up. But there is a serious problem hidden behind those numbers. This chart shows Snackbox's current performance. We can see the line for new users shooting straight up, but the line representing their revenue sits completely flat. Faced with flat sales, the team's first instinct is to spend even more money on social media advertisements. They assume that if they can just get more people looking at the app, the money will naturally follow. Before they spend another dime on advertising, they need a way to see exactly what is happening to all those new arrivals. For this, growth teams use a simple 5-step framework called AARRR. Because of the acronym, it is often called pirate metrics. This framework follows a person's exact path from the very first time they hear about your company all the way to the day they finally pay you. It acts like a diagnostic scan for your business, showing you exactly where people are getting stuck. Mapping out this journey step by step protects companies from blindly throwing their marketing budget at a broken customer experience. This diagram shows how the 5 steps stack together to form a funnel. The very top layer is acquisition. This measures every single channel that brings a new person to your doorstep, like search results or social media ads. For Snackbox, this top layer looks incredibly strong. Their current ad campaigns are successfully bringing in 50,000 new app installs every single month. The next step down is activation. This measures whether those new arrivals actually experience the value of your product. It happens when a user completes a key action, like filling out their profile or starting a free trial. Here is where Snackbox's data reveals a major issue. Out of all those people downloading the app, only 30% actually complete their personal taste profile and place an order. The rest open the app once, feel confused, and leave. A massive number of downloads looks great on a status report, but if users never figure out how to interact with the product, those downloads are completely useless to the business. The third stage is retention. Once someone successfully tries your product, do they like it enough to come back over time? This is Snackbox's actual crisis point. Out of the small group of people who order their first box, only 40% decide to order a second one the following month. The majority of their paying customers are leaving almost immediately. The fourth stage is referral. If people love the product, they tell their friends. Snackbox offers a discount code for inviting a colleague, which brings in 12% of their total new users without the company having to pay for more advertising. Everything finally leads down to revenue. This stage simply measures whether the remaining customers are actually paying enough to cover the cost of acquiring them in the first place. By organizing their data into this connected shape, Snackbox realizes their lack of revenue has nothing to do with finding new people. Their actual problem is keeping the people they already have. If the Snackbox team had followed their initial urge to buy more social media ads, they would be spending heavy amounts of cash to attract users who are statistically guaranteed to leave by month 2. Think of a business like a bucket of water. If you have a massive hole in the bottom of your bucket, turning the hose on full blast does not fix the problem. It just wastes water much faster. The team stopped buying extra ads and spent their time redesigning the app's welcome menu and improving the snacks in that crucial first-month box. Because more users stayed around to buy a second and third time, Snackbox achieved profitability without spending a single extra rupee on marketing. Securing a modest improvement at your company's weakest funnel stage will always generate more profit than pouring massive effort into a stage that is already healthy. This infographic shows where the pirate metrics framework works best. You need to be able to measure exact user behaviors, which makes it perfect for mobile apps, software subscriptions, and digital products. It is practically useless for an offline storefront or a company that sells one-off items. If you cannot track a continuous daily journey for your customers, you cannot map them to a digital funnel. To make this tracking work, you must assign a specific financial value to each step. You need to know exactly what it costs to get a user's attention, so you can compare it directly to the money they eventually spend. And when you find your weakest link, you must test and change only one stage at a time. If you alter your ads, your app design, and your prices all in the same week, you will never know which change actually solved the problem. Real, sustainable business growth rarely comes from generating a louder marketing megaphone. It comes from methodically finding and removing the friction that stops your customers from enjoying what you built.